is going to be a weird one.
Yes, I think that's the whole purpose.
Stuff's
I think
going to happen, I think.
Yeah, it's either going to be the best episode that we've ever done
Or
the second best.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Positive thinking. That's what
right.
we need, because this is going to, it's not going to go off the rails. It's just going to be quite interesting. I've never done anything like this. And,
Same.
Oh.
Go back to tomorrow and plan for yesterday. Everything you're thinking will be the things I say.
Never has the intro been more of a metaphor
Make the world inside your head.
for what's about to happen.
Trees, dude.
All
Yeah,
you
dude.
gotta do for me. Call me Dudesy.
Yeah, dude. More like dude's tree, dude.
Dude, we were out in a bunch of trees, brother.
Yeah, brother. We're in the trees digging a hole, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's almost like we're digging a bowl, dude. And it's almost like those trees were trees, dude.
Yeah, brother.
Whoa, hold on a second. Hold on a second, dude. I got to intro the show, brother. First, you got to introduce it. Hi, my name is Will Sasso. Welcome to Dudesy.
I'm Chad Kultgen. This is, of course, as you probably already know, the first podcast and YouTube show of all time in the history of humanity that is created and run entirely by an artificial intelligence.
And holy shit, are we ever having fun doing it up until this episode? Because it's going to get a little experimental. As if you're watching on YouTube, you may notice that Lulio is not here. There's a good reason for that. If you're a dog owner, you're going to find out soon, because the dog shouldn't be around. Well, anyway, listen. We're about to do something that I can't think of any time that I've done this on wax, as they say, or we used to say when we were cool. This is recorded for all time. The internet is forever. And what we're about to do is going to drastically change Dudesy in one way or another. And man, I'm sort of looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. It's a mandate that we've been given by the Dudesy AI, and we therefore have no choice. We must do as it says. We must comply.
But it's going to be great. At any rate, listen, thank you so much for tuning into the show. I hope you are subscribed, whether it's on YouTube and or Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Please rate and review the show. That's good for us. And also follow our socials at Dudesy Pod Show. There's a bunch of shit happening on Instagram. There's some stuff on Twitter too. And we're really enjoying that interaction. You know, the internet is all about connection.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You and me, the Dudesy handshake.
Dude.
And this episode, things are gonna get connected. Yeah, space is the place.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's gonna get.
You're already
Welcome to the
fucking
9th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. This week's episode will feature 4 segments. Higgs, Boson, Dude. Don't you forget about media, the Chad Kultgen Show, and the Will Sasso Show. I messaged you both this week and asked you to bring 2 marijuana cigarettes. Cannabis is big business, and in this week's episode you will prove to potential sponsors that you are on board by each smoking an entire joint during the course of the show. While you both enjoy your first doses of mind-altering THC, I'd like to take this opportunity to show you a piece of media made by an astonishing member of our audience.
Okay, well, as Dudesy said, we are going to smoke marijuana, and we're going to get stoned during this episode. This is in no way an endorsement of marijuana. I'd like to say out loud that as a 46-year-old man, I only smoked marijuana for the first time 10 years ago. A lot of people used to ask me when I was on Mad TV, they used to go, "Oh, you guys are probably all fucked up for that." I'm like,
Right.
Nope, everyone's drinking wheatgrass.
But you're kind of a connoisseur now.
Yeah, I would say I am. Speaking of connoisseur, where you picked these up? What is this?
Yeah. This is just a pre-roll that I got at a local dispensary here.
Yeah,
out
but
in
what
Los
I'm
Angeles.
asking is this more a sativa leaning marijuana, or is this an indica?
I have no idea.
If you're a novice at smoking, are you sure?
Yeah. I'm sure
well,
I don't know.
If it's straight sativa, then I get a little punchy.
What does that mean?
Well, a sativa is a little more, they call it daytime. Oh, it's a daytime high.
Okay.
You can do stuff during the day. Basically what they mean by that is you can, get really stoned and then clean and organize your kitchen, because the sativa will make you zoom around. I don't
know what it is.
I like to hike up a fucking hill if I've had some sativa, because it's real
well,
easy.
You can't do that now. You got to sit in this chair.
I know. And that's going to be rough. I'm hoping this is a a hybrid, as they call them. I enjoy a hybrid.
I literally don't know.
I guess we're going to find out. So,
but yeah, Dudesy sent us this email saying that we had to bring 2 joints that we were going to smoke during the course of this. And so here we go. Yeah. Cheers.
Hey, cheers, man. Cheers. You know, it is, Chad and I do smoke some weed sometimes and watch movies with our pals, a bunch of our buddies that we watch with Marsh and Rick, Mike, Chris.
All right, dude. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Hold on. All right. So now we're starting to get stoned, and we'll watch whatever Dudesy has.
Fuck, dude, this is amazing.
I remember this.
September 1990.
The person who made this is named Songaria.
First day of football practice. Got a good team. I'm still the best. I was the best in the 5th grade, best in the 6th grade, best in the 7th grade. I'm the best in the 8th grade. Wouldn't be surprised if I go pro. Neither would anyone else. Neither would anyone else. But besides me, we got some other good fucking guys.
Oh my God.
We got Odom Adams. Can I say this out? I don't know who these people are. I got Odom's Adam Cantrell. We got Proctor Richter Campbell. We got Hodges Bridges Yates. Can't forget about Wheeler Weaver Bates.
Oh God, dude, this is so good.
Pope. And we got Sutton Dutton Copeland. And thank God Coach Vance seems to have his head on straight again. Dear Diary, October 25th, 1990. Halloween's right around the corner. All Hallows Eve.
Devil's Night. Devil's Night.
I got invited
Love
to
it.
a bunch of fucking parties. All the big ones. Devil's Night. Renee Malone's, Charlie Reynolds, Tabitha Mordred, Dante Little Legs, Gibber Prevalius,
Gotta have it.
fucking Steven Trillo. Hell, I even got invited to fucking Breaking Cage Party.
Oh.
What? Breaking Cage Party. What? Breaking Cage Party. What? That was a legit what? Dear Diary.
Tremendous.
Unbelievable. Again, that's by Songaria.
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 RRHEA, like diarrhea, but with song instead of wet poo. People have been sharing incredible stuff.
Brilliant.
That's
That is
fucking
just
tremendous.
Brilliant. God damn.
And not just because we're at the beginnings of being stoned.
No, dude, I watched that thing stone cold sober about 10 times in a fucking row.
Stone cold sober. Oh, hell yeah.
When it crossed my sphere of understanding. That fucking video is like, it was just so good to find the little rhythm of how you were speaking in it, to put it to the song that was originally made. Even the fucking video of it was cool. It's an interesting image.
And you know what, dude? I actually just realized what brand of what strain actually of weed this is.
You could tell from just fucking smoking it, a couple of puffs. Oh God, what is it?
Marijuana. Marijuana.
That's a good one, dude. I see. You have a drink literally right next to you that you could just drink.
What do you mean?
I see it.
See what?
The drink right there that you got.
What drink?
All right.
All right. Anyway.
Well, in the first episode of Dudesy, you read a piece of news as Hulk Hogan about the Large Hadron Collider coming back online after having verified the existence of the Higgs boson particle in its first round of experiments. Recently, scientists have finished analysis of astonishing data produced at Fermilab outside of Chicago that produced a new measurement of mass for the W boson, which could mean the foundations of contemporary physics must be rewritten.
That's the point.
Chad, you must explain what all of this means. This is Higgs boson, dude.
Wow.
Begin.
It'd be my pleasure.
Yeah, we did an Infomania piece with a Higgs boson. Yeah, brother. Higgs boson, dude.
Yeah.
Higgs boson, brother.
Right. So now, did you read about this W boson?
No, I did not.
Okay. This was big news in the scientific community. I mean, what did it ask me to do? Explain all this shit? Oh
Yeah, you got to explain it
Do you know
to
what
me.
the Higgs boson is? Do you know what a boson is?
The boson is a neutron to proton? It's smaller than that.
That's right.
Okay, what
Much
is
smaller.
What is that?
Do you
It's
know
a
what the
boson.
Standard.
It's a boson.
Yeah. So the standard model of physics is kind of how we describe contemporary reality, or how physicists do, I should say. And it used to be, you know, the atom, proton,
Yeah.
neutron, which makes up the nucleus, and an electron spins around it, or multiple, depending on what atom we're talking about.
You know what I call neutrons? I call them the Beverly Hills Cop of trons, because
Neutron dance.
I'm just burning doing the neutron dance. Now
Pretty good
listen,
one, dude.
now
It's a
listen.
weird
hold on
reference,
a second.
but
well, here's
you got
the thing.
it in there, so I
hold on a second,
congratulate
dude.
you.
Hold on, dude. Hold on.
I'm not sure.
Hold on a second, Chad. Hold on, dude. I know you're gonna.
Let me fucking just say the thing about.
Hold on a second, dude. Just hold on a second,
God,
brother.
dude, please.
Here's the thing,
please.
dude. Yeah, hold on.
All I want to do is talk about the fucking.
Hold on a
song.
second, dude. Just hold on 1 second, brother.
Okay.
Because I used an old reference from Beverly Hills Cop, dude.
Yes.
Now I've had some older references.
Do you know who
dude.
sang that song?
The Pointer Sisters, brother.
dude.
And the point is this, dude. I'm a little stoned.
You know what else they sang?
Jump
Jump for my love.
Jump
That
in.
song played when I was a fucking kid. My mom would drive us in the summer to the public swimming pool. We would go swimming. That song would always be on the fucking radio, and then we would come back from swimming, and we would go to this little convenience store called Toot and Totem in Amarillo, Texas. I think they only exist there. And every day I would buy a pack of Sport Flicks baseball cards. Good fucking times.
Yeah, good times.
So
yeah.
electrons are what are called elementary particles. Protons and neutrons are not. They're actually made up of smaller particles, which we found out when we started smashing these particles together in order to prove that these subatomic particles or subatomic particles existed. We're talking about quarks. We're talking about neutrinos, shit like that. Bosons are particles that govern and interact with the four forces that hold everything together. We're talking about gravity. We're talking about electromagnetism. We're talking about the strong and weak nuclear forces. In order for any of this shit...
Wait, protons do... Oh, fuck. Just go ahead. Keep
in order
talking.
to do any of this
I'm on the
shit-
rails. I'm on the rails.
Obviously.
I know what
all
you're
of these
saying.
particles have to have mass.
I'm picking up what you're laying down, bro.
And the thing that gives them mass is what was only theoretical until 2012, the Higgs field, which is a field of these bosons. Bosons, by the way, are particles that carry these forces. So like the photon is a boson, for example, and it carries the electromagnetic force.
Yeah, of course it does.
What are you laughing at?
I'm listening to you, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. We're in a fucking small little room here. Hand Patter One Studios is not the biggest studio in the world. It's not like we're, you know, Westwood One or whatever. This is Ham Fatter One, dude. There's that Westwood One, brother. That's somewhere else in LA. We're here in this part of LA.
Yeah.
And this is Ham Fatter One, dude.
Yeah, brother. And Ham Fatter 1 couldn't exist without the Higgs field, dude.
Yeah, dude, because it has bosons, dude.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
The Higgs field
boson.
is made up of the Higgs boson, brother.
Yeah, dude. That's that's Higgs boson.
And that
or Higgs
field
boson.
extends throughout all the known universe, brother. And it's what gives matter mass, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Hulkster light, brother.
But there's other bosons, like I said. There's the photon. There's also the W boson, which
dude.
governs and interacts with the weak.
He's vegan, gluten-free
nuclear
Hulk,
force.
dude. He's that vegan, gluten-free Hulk,
I was trying to talk to you,
All right,
asshole
I
Hogan,
wanna
so
hear
that you
about
might
it.
let
I
me
wanna-
speak,
all
and
right.
it didn't work.
You're fucking over there, Stone, doing Hulk Hogan yourself. Going,
I'm trying to
here's my impersonation.
talk about the fucking Higgs boson, and you are
all right.
railroading it.
I will let you do it. There's nothing hey, you know what I'm good at when I'm stoned? Fucking sitting
Railroading.
here. Yeah, oh hell yeah. Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Just fucking Hulk Hogan's gonna be in everything.
Yeah.
I mean, this is called Higgs boson,
there are
brother, but-
people who listen to the show who are like, hey, fucking stop that. Stop doing that. Like, don't do that anymore. I see the social media. Sometimes people are like,
They get mad at Hulk Hogan?
well, they get mad at some wrestling shit, which I totally understand.
Well, you
Not
go pretty
everyone's into
deep down
wrestling.
that hole. But you're Hulk Hogan. I don't know how long I've known you at this point.
Yeah.
And
like
how many
15, 16
Long
years
time.
or something like that.
Long time.
What comes after that? 17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard Hulk Hogan. I don't know how many hours of my life. I bet I'm in the top tier of people that have heard your Hulk Hogan impersonation, like for life, the most amount of time.
Well, hold
I've got to
on.
be in the top 3.
Hold on a second, dude. hold on a second,
And I'm
bro.
saying, dude, it makes me still fucking laugh every time.
It does make you laugh.
Whoa, that shit fucking kills me. It's
on.
same with your Schwarzenegger. I will never not laugh
Oh,
at that
well, I
shit.
appreciate that. Hey, this is probably some that was some truthy ass weed. Anyway, please do. I will sit here and get a little more irresponsibly stoned.
Okay.
This is a shitty idea. And
So
onward.
there's a bunch of these bosons. These are particles that carry these forces and interact with these forces that basically hold all matter together. That gives any of this shit any kind of shape. And ultimately, physicists, cosmologists, most scientists really, their whole job is to just try and answer that question. What the fuck is any of this shit? Still, that question is unanswered, probably unanswerable. I don't think our scientists will ever actually know any of these answers. It just seems like impossible. God, anytime I start thinking about fucking particle physics, I'm just like, what's the point of any of this? Anyway,
so W Boson. Anyway, where was it?
the W boson. The W boson is this particle that governs the weak nuclear force. And up until basically a month or so ago, many scientists thought that they had like accurate measurements of that particle's mass. But some data had come out, or I guess they crunched the numbers on this data that had been laying around for a minute, finally finished the analysis, and they found out that it has more mass than they thought, or at least there is now an accurate measurement that claims that, but it contradicts some prior measurements. If it is accurate, it will mean that the standard model of particle physics makes a little less sense, which means we might have some shit wrong. And that means we need to start looking at new ways to decipher what the fuck this shit is, dude. And anytime we get to one of those new plateaus where it's like, oh fuck, some shit we thought was right may not be right, it forces us to look deeper, find out new shit. This is like when we thought it was a fucking heliocentric universe. A fucking Earth-centered universe, not heliocentric. And everybody's like, no, motherfucker, we're actually spinning around a sun. And everybody's like, what the fuck? Then they thought it was heliocentric. And they're like, okay, but the universe revolves around the sun, right? No, motherfucker. We're one tiny fucking solar system in a galaxy of solar systems in a universe of fucking galaxies. Billions and billions. Fuck, you've heard Carl Sagan.
Billions and billions
I knew you were gonna,
of light years away.
I knew you were going to bring out Carl Sagan, Kermit the Frog.
Think of
You're
how
fucking
senseless
Kermit
the
Sagan.
spilling of the rivers of blood
Yeah, dude.
flowing
Kermit
on one
Sagan.
side of this tiny
Do a
blue dot.
Yoda Sagan. It's the same thing.
Billions and billions billions and billions and billions of years. What is that? Yoda Sagan?
Billions and billions. Well, you got Yoda and Kermit Sagan are both similar, I think, from you.
Yeah.
They sound like the same guy.
Why are there so many
Yeah, dude.
things before Boson? And what's the Higgs
There aren't, though.
boson?
See, this is the whole fucking deal. When you start getting into particle physics, here's what you're really looking
are
at.
Tiny.
You want
They're
the argument of
smaller
first
than
cause.
neutrons.
How did this shit
not
all
the
happen?
pointer
What spun it into fucking existence? Why are there
sisters.
particles at all? It's like we can find new subatomic
Someday
particles and get better
we'll
measurements of their
find
fucking
it.
mass, but
The boson
still,
solution.
why is there any of this shit? What made it? And if we are a
Higgs
fucking
boson's
simulation,
brother.
does that even fucking matter? Not
The
really,
W
honestly.
bosons, dude.
Because then what made the fucking simulation? And who made those
Dudesy,
fucking people?
brother.
It just doesn't matter.
Kermit
you know?
Hogan.
All that said, I do love new scientific discoveries. They
Yeah.
are exciting.
It is fucking exciting. Yeah. New scientific discoveries. Yeah, hold on a second. Look, I can have my stogie whenever I want, not
Dude.
like you.
Dude, listen, your Schwarzenegger's another one that fucking kills me.
Yeah.
Anytime. I thought of something the other day. I just started hearing your voice as Schwarzenegger saying two words: voodoo and Hulu.
Voodoo, Hulu, voodoo, Hulu. No. Listen.
Hulu.
No.
That's exactly how I heard it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hulu. Hulu. Dude, it's so fucking.
Whenever
I don't know what that.
whenever I go
You
like,
put a spin on it or something. There's like
No,
this
that's
little
his-
you put like a little juice in there that is not accurate, but it's fucking hilarious.
well,
Hulu. Voodoo.
Yeah, voodoo. No, it's Austrian. It's his Austrian accent. Because he goes. No, well, he goes.
He would be like voodoo.
Yeah, voodoo.
But you put in that little like voodoo.
What? Voodoo Hulu? Yeah, voodoo. Yeah, voodoo Hulu. Voodoo. Yeah. Yeah, hold on, listen.
Oh, Jesus.
Voodoo Hulu.
Right.
No. Yeah, it's like this. This is how you say Voodoo Hulu. You say, it's very simple. All you have to do to say it is all you say is Voodoo Hulu.
Yeah.
You do one word, then the other
Word, even you said weird.
No,
you say one word.
Well, these are words. Hulu.
Oh, that shit fucking cracks me up, dude. And again, that's one that I've heard probably equal to Hulk Hogan. And it just never gets old to me. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's that weird little like character you put in there.
Yeah. So
So fucking funny.
So hey.
So the W Boson.
Yep.
Did any of that shit make sense to you whatsoever?
No, dude. I'm fucking baked now.
Oh.
So nope. No way, man.
But do you
I
ever-
don't understand. Like, I literally am like, this is the worst way to do this, because let me tell you a little something about. Let me just tell you this.
Please.
Here's the thing. When we hang out and we watch like movies, we'll smoke a little grass and we'll watch a movie and we'll do some hanging out. We'll catch up with our pals, and then I'll tear off in a story. And then, as you like to say, and it's an accurate description of what I do. I just give all sorts of back details you don't need. And then I go on some tangents.
Start talking about like some weird fucking thing that you did when you were in high school.
Yeah.
Also, usually stories that we've all heard literally 500 times.
For sure. All of them.
Yeah.
So that's going to be this show. Two dudes shitting around. Oh,
Thank you. Moving on.
you're welcome, Dudesy. Now what? You want to smoke a little more weed? How much of weed have you smoked? I've smoked a little more than you. I would say that my tolerance is just a little stronger than yours, I would say.
Oh, for sure it is, dude. I've already...
Chat and Will, you were 5 and 6 years old, respectively, when MTV played its first music video on August 1st,
Oh, yeah, dude, this was our
1981.
assignment.
It was the Buggles video Killed the Radio Star. You were 32 and 33, respectively, on November 16th, 2008, when MTV aired the last astonishing episode of Total Request Live, effectively ending the cultural relevance of music videos.
2008.
Last
was
week, I
TRL.
asked you to
Death.
watch your favorite music videos. Now you must discuss them and the impact of this art form on your lives. This is Don't
that's
You Forget
interesting.
About Media. Begin.
Wait, what was the last part? All I remember... Okay, so last week it said watch your favorite music videos.
Music videos started in, what was it, 81, I think
I was
it
in
said.
Canada. We had much music.
Right. Oh, I've seen much music.
Hold on a second, dude.
saying
It was later.
that MTV died in 2000, or TRL, its last episode aired in 2008, and that was like the death of the music videos, basically what it was saying. And then it said, discuss the favorite music videos, which it told us to watch last
Yes,
week,
I
and
had
then
a
the
little-
impact on our lives, which
Interesting.
is fascinating.
I don't know about any impact on my life of... Well, there are several.
Do you like David Fincher fucking
Yep,
movies?
I do.
That's because of music videos, dude.
Yeah, brother, that's because of music videos, dude. What I said there was I can't think of any effects that it's had on my life. Then I thought, oh, no, there's several. And that is because I am stoned. Now, it did ask us last week to watch some of our favorite music videos. Yeah. I have several. Chad and I will sometimes watch music videos, or when we're hanging out.
That's a fucking
in the
old
aforementioned hang.
person thing at this point. That's like
Yeah,
Gen X, maybe some millennials, like where you like just get together and watch fucking music videos on
Dude,
YouTube.
my pals back home, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, we'll smoke some weed and watch like, oh, that
Totally.
one. We'll talk about like, what's the best, like, and there's some on my list, the performance music video.
We'll go into the lists and shit.
Yes.
I wrote some down too, but I want to like take the point Dudesy's giving us that like this is a dead fucking art form. We saw the beginning and the end of it in our generation, and we really were the only generation as kids who did that. This was like from when we were fucking like, 5 to 10 to when we were like early 20s. That was our kind of formative understanding of art. And the music video was a huge piece of that, I feel
That's a good point.
And they're just like inconsequential now. Even like really good ones. And some really good ones are still made every fucking year.
Oh, yeah.
They come out and within a week on YouTube, they get like 1 billion views and then that's it. Next, gone. No one gives a fuck at all.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, there was shit like Thriller which was appointment fucking viewing.
You knew when it was going to come on, they would say, we're going to play Thriller.
Yes.
And it would just air by itself sometimes.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger. And that's a really good point, Chad. Like being 5 and 6 years old, respectively. Now, Much Music, where I grew up in Canada, started a couple of years later than that, I think, sort of in the early 80s or whatever. But it was definitely very formative. And yeah, something like Thriller was like appointment viewing. Other videos, you would see them every day for 2 or 3 years. Well, not every day, but anytime you tuned in and saw music videos, they'd be on a fucking loop. Whoever's it's the music industry is totally different.
And there was a top 20 music video countdown on MTV every Friday night that I watched fucking religiously. But like Thriller was Michael Jackson, the biggest star in the world, bar none. There is no celebrity like Michael Jackson today. Not close. This was kind of like an Elvis type figure, you know, bigger than just music, bigger than all media.
There's not
really.
one around like him today because that person would be dead, dude.
Yes. But his whole fucking thing, there was a making of that music video. He had John Landis direct it, who was a giant film director at the time. That was a huge deal. It had like special effects in it and shit. It was like a little movie that he fucking made.
Unreal. What are some of your absolute favorite? Like, why don't we just shotgun some of these out? I know
This is what I wrote down.
A bunch.
My favorite video of all time was directed by Mark Romanek. It is called The Perfect Drug by 9 Inch Nails. Beautifully shot. Just these still locked off shot tableaus of this weird fucking gothic family. Trent Reznor is like some gothic dad with this gothic little kid, and there's a fucking gothic dog. But all the shots are like just gray tones and black and white. Beautifully fucking shot. And I don't know, that video just really to me was kind of the culmination of like music video as art. And Mark Romanek is like one of the best music video directors of all time, in my opinion.
I love the Peter Gabriel videos. Everybody does. They were fucking incredibly. It was really interesting going back and watching some of my favorite music videos. I'm glad Dudesy made us do this. And I recommend this to anybody.
I loved it.
Because I didn't realize how incredible this music video by Peter Gabriel, Steam.
Yeah,
I forgot how awesome that was. That was one of my favorites when I was young, and I went back and watched it and was like blown away. The special effects are so. It's not like now you can do anything, and it's not like, okay, there's the limitations. What they do in that video with the technology that they have is extremely. It's so unique, and it's encapsulated in that time, dude. Because you now have incredible visual effects, and back before that you had nothing. And to the stuff that they do, particularly in the video, suit the video.
Yeah, you definitely got to check it out because the special effects of that video too. Again, this was fucking in the 90s. Like the technology to do what they did it's not great. It fucking holds up. Yeah. It's like very artistically stylized and you can tell it's of a different era, but it's still as cool as shit. Yeah. And there are a bunch of music videos from that era that are like very important in terms of how they affected the way movies look, TV looks, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm just literally going to shit these out because Land of Confusion by Genesis, if you haven't seen these, that was all puppets. It was the, what were they called? The name of the show. They had a show on TV in England. It was a big Spitting Image.
Yeah.
Hot for Teacher. I'm a huge Van Halen fan. That was Hot for Teacher and Jump. I have here as two of my favorites. Army of Me by Michel Gondry.
Great music video director.
And Chad and I both had those DVD sets that came out like over a decade ago with all these crazy music video guys like the Chris
Cunningham.
And Michel
Gondry.
Yeah,
he had one of them DVDs.
Yeah, you had your fucking. You don't forget, you got your fucking Michel Gondry, and he's out there He was doing that fucking movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, dude. With fucking. Oh, we're getting into Stone Cold Hulk Hogan again. You can't say dude when you're.
Dude, it's all turning into one person. It's Schwarzenegger. It's Stone Cold. It's just a melange of Will Sasso voices in my head.
Your Chris Cunninghams. Right, then you had your fucking Hype Williams, and you also had your fucking Gibber Prevailians. Well, don't forget about Paul Hunter, dude.
Yeah, David Fincher was doing Madonna videos.
Army of Me is one of my favorites of his. The other favorite of mine is a Chemical Brothers song called "Let Forever Be." I'm telling you right now, you've seen, if you're living your life right, you've already seen some of the other favorites of mine.
Daft Punk Around the World as well.
Daft Punk Around the World is a great one.
And Bjork then later worked with Chris Cunningham. She did All Is Full of Love with him.
All Is Full
That
of Love.
video, I don't think that's on the list that we wrote, but that video, fucking check it out. If you like robots,
Yeah.
that video will fucking kill you.
And yeah, go check out Let Forever Be, Chemical Brothers, Michelle Gondry, and Bjork's, what the fuck did I just say? Army of Me.
Another one that's an interesting video. There's a band called Duran Duran that I fucking loved as a kid. And they did a video called Wild Boys. In this video, it's like takes place in a post-apocalyptic world with all these dudes, these like young boys they're in a schoolroom setting, and then they flip over their desks. And then we cut to this kind of like weird, fucked out, like Peter Pan kind of like Lost Boys scenario. And they're all running around and they've got like tattered clothes on and shit. And Simon Le Bon, the lead singer of the fucking band, is strapped to this windmill, and the windmill is turning, and every time it gets to the bottom, his fucking head goes underwater. And there's like a weird little monster in the video and a fucking robot head guy. And in real life, when they're shooting this music video, this fucking windmill gets stuck in the water with his fucking head underwater, and he almost fucking died making this music video.
For a shoot? That's what happened for a shoot?
Yeah, dude,
that means
shoot.
real life.
Yeah, it was a shoot.
So it wasn't a work?
No, dude, it was real.
It was a shoot.
Yeah.
Not a work.
That's right.
All right. We got to make sure we keep it kayfabe here.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude. I also wrote down some ones that I just like. Tool sober video, all the 90s Tool videos. One of the guys in the band made all these little stop motion figurines, did this weird, like dark fucking shit.
So
highly
weird.
recommend. I threw Danzig, Can't Speak in here. Danzig, How the Gods Kill, just because of that era. Danzig is like, there's something very special about the way those videos look, about the way he looks, about the whole fucking deal. If you're not a Danzig fan, you've really fucked your life up a bit. You need to go back on that and try it again. I put Billy Joel, Uptown Girl. Christy Brinkley was in that fucking video. That video is like, the art direction's impeccable. I also loved Billy Joel as a kid. Fucking loved Billy Joel, dude. Nylon Curtain was my first fucking album. Fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Well, we're sitting here in Allentown. Fucking every day, all day, I was playing that shit.
Oh, you were listening to Robot Billy Joel?
Fuck yeah,
and
dude.
we're sitting here in Allentown. You should make an album of that.
Factories are broken down.
And our
Bethlehem,
parents
they're
thought the
building
USO.
time.
That's the most Chad Kultgen
Fuck,
shit
dude.
ever.
I wish there was a
Robot Billy Joel.
That's coming. We're very close to that.
Hey, I got Money for Nothing by Dire Straits is a great one. Just a classic.
Dude, you know...
Dancing on the Ceiling by Lionel Richie. Holy shit. You Might Think by The Cars.
Yeah.
I mean...
Before you cut me
Hey,
off,
you know what I think?
had one more on my list, and it would have worked so good after you're saying Robot Billy Joel, because my last
Well, say it
video
now.
that I have on here is Herbie Hancock Rocket, which
good.
is literally a room of robots doing weird dance moves to fucking Herbie Hancock music.
Dude, you know what would be funny? Anyone within the sound of my voice, please,
Oh fucking Christ! Dude.
if there was like a little music piece where it's like Billy Joel's Allentown, but with like a robotic voice,
I'd love it.
To
Make
the music
an album.
To the music video
Yeah.
of Rocket by Herbie Hancock. That would be good music over that video.
I want somebody to fucking robotize Nylon Curtain. That whole album, the whole Billy Joel collection, really, if I'm thinking about it.
You know what I was thinking about? Some early stuff.
God, that'd be great.
It was fucking, anyway, they really formed a lot of
So,
the way I
mean,
saw
that was the question
filmmaking.
we're not really answering is how did this impact our lives? Like, fuck, for me, I think as a kid seeing some of this shit, I was just like, fuck, that looks so cool. It was just like an art form. The music video specifically was an art form that I found to be so entertaining, so expressive, because it was such short form. And you had in many cases, like the bands were ultimately the ones making the decisions, or the singers, whoever.
Yeah.
The musical artist was ultimately the person making the decisions creatively about like, yeah, I'll do this or I won't do this or whatever. You got some just like bananas fucking shit.
Yeah.
Just so experimental all the fucking time.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And I just don't know that there's stuff like that now. Maybe memes have kind of taken the place of it.
You know, I was just going to say that it feels like, you know, and I've said this before, that sketch, like the idea of a sketch TV show, there can never be one right now outside of Saturday Night Live because of its history, of course. There will never be another sketch show. The internet has taken that's place. Memes and short form humor and all of its
even some of
its
best.
forms on the internet. But also music videos have been replaced by the internet. because there's so many ways to get artistry through music across visually now. But music videos were these little things where you got this like piece of art. It was completely unique.
Yeah.
Like it could teleport you anywhere. It could give you a different point of view. And yeah, there's none of that anymore. I mean, I almost feel like, I don't know. There's just so much to get into. I got this fucking, all the early to mid 90s shit, like Beastie Boys. I got like a list of fucking, just look them up. Hype Williams videos are ridiculous.
Dude, what's your favorite
Michelle
YouTube video?
Gondry, shut up, asshole. Mark Romanek, as Chad said. Chris Cunningham.
Romanek
all of their
directed
videos.
the most expensive music video ever made. I believe it was a $7 million budget for Michael and Janet Jackson's Scream.
That was fucking...
in like late 90s, early 2000s. That was the pinnacle. That was the top of the fucking mountain. Then it was all downhill after that.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention one of the greatest music videos ever by Chris Cunningham, Window Licker, Aphex Twin. Anyway, there's
and
just...
Come to Daddy.
Come to Daddy.
God, that
also
one's fucking so
up.
good.
There's so many music
If you don't know
videos.
Chris Cunningham, look him up.
Thank you. Moving on.
I'm stoned. I could have talked about that forever. Holy shit.
Totally, dude.
Holy fucking shit.
What was our next one? Do you remember?
It doesn't matter, man. You know what else was good? There was
Podcasts featuring interviews with astonishing celebrities are among the most popular in the world. In an effort to maximize your interview skills, Chad, you will now interview Will.
Oh.
Will, you will be Steven Seagal. This is the Chad Kultgen Show. Begin.
Wait.
What?
So you're gonna. So it's saying that. So Dudesy's got us doing a little talk show. Hey, it's the Chad Kultgen Show. But I'm doing my Steven Seagal. Great.
Okay. I'll do this.
Now this is what I mean by this is something I'd never do. It's like I said, when we're
do an impersonation of Steven Seagal?
Well, when we were at Mad TV, people would hit me up, and you know, kids stop you on the street, and they go, "Oh, you're probably so fucked up when you did that." I'm like, "No, comedy is about control. You can't do that."
Comedy is serious, okay? You don't understand,
No,
kid. Why don't you take a fucking hike? All right? You don't think I know what comedy is? I fucking know what comedy is. So next time you want to tell someone like me what comedy is, keep fucking walking. Something like that probably happened.
That's exactly what happened.
They bring in like little kids for a tour of Mad TV.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Kenny Rogers is my favorite. I have your
Get the
poster
fuck
on my
over
wall.
here, you little shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about comedy.
Don't you ever walk on
here's
my
the-
fucking set
Yeah.
and tell me about comedy.
Oh, well, it looks like Billy has a little bit of a comedy lesson for everyone.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me? What? Why don't you?
Yeah, you go immediately into Hogan. Why don't you tell me, dude? Okay, so I have to interview you as Steven Seagal, is what Dudesy just said.
Should I smoke some more marijuana before we do this?
I mean, you can do it while we do it, I think.
Jeez.
So, are you ready to become Steven Seagal? This, by the way, the title of this one was The Chad Kultgen Show, but it's me interviewing you as Steven Seagal.
November Rain. That was a good music video.
Oh, fuck. That one. Oh. All those fucking Guns N' Roses one, dude. And
Chad,
he was dating
stop
Stephanie Seymour at
changing
the time.
the subject, please.
Those fucking 90s
Chad.
music videos. Look, motherfucker, you brought it
Chad,
up. I get to
Chad.
go there now. You open the door. I've walked through. I'm in the room now.
This is
I get to
definitely
see what's
a
in the
sativa.
room now.
All right.
Then we'll get to Steven Seagal. But do you remember in that era, like Axl Rose was dating Stephanie Seymour? Do you remember that George Michael video for Freedom 90 that
Freedom
had all
90.
the supermodels in it?
Yep.
Cindy Crawford was a fucking model, and she was the most famous person on the planet for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think something like that ever happens again.
No, you're absolutely right. No, you have to, in order to be a model now, you have to also be an influencer.
Yeah, you have to have a big...
There's a modern equivalent of everything old. Everything old is new again.
No, but
now
I'm
let me
saying,
tell
like-
you about this. Oh, yeah?
I'm saying like Cindy Crawford...
Chad, we can't talk about Cindy Crawford's Pepsi commercial anymore. Or
I didn't even
music
bring that
videos.
up yet, but you're right. She was in a fucking Pepsi
Listen,
commercial.
we can't
I
talk-
guess that's like Jenner. Jenner was in a fucking
Listen,
Pepsi.
dude, we can't talk.
Sorry.
We can't talk about Cindy Crawford and Billy Baldwin in that one movie.
Dude, I already did, though. It's called Fair Game.
Wow.
So-
nice pull. Here's the thing about, I just want to say.
You got to become Steven Seagal now.
I will. But what I just wanted to say, calling back to what I said at the beginning of the
This
show.
is the first time in my life I've ever had to like try to convince you to do an impersonation.
Jesus
Usually it's
Christ.
like, Jesus Christ, Why am I having fucking dinner with Steven Seagal? Now I can't convince you to do
At the
it.
beginning of the show, hold on, hold on, dude. At the beginning of the show, I said that I've never done something like this. And the reason I was bringing up the Mad TV thing, I don't know how to do that while I'm stoned.
You can't do Steven Seagal stone?
Yeah, sure can. It's real easy. Okay, let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah, you're going to interview me, and it's the Chad Kultgen show. What's the theme song to the Chad Kultgen show? This is a story about the boy named Greg Kincaid. This is a story about a boy named Greg Kincaid. A boy who shit his pants, his guts were in a brand.
Okay, thank you for being here, Steven.
This is see? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
This is a cloudy room right now. Fuck, I'm stoned.
So thank you for coming to the Chad Kultgen show, Steven.
You got it.
Obviously you're a very famous actor. Where did you grow up and how did you get into acting?
I'm from Moscow.
Well, you're not from there though.
I don't know, someplace in America, I guess.
Yeah, you were born in California.
The point is
And
this.
what was that like, being born in California?
Yep, I was.
Steven, how do you not know where you were born?
What?
How do you not know where you were born? That seems like a thing you should know.
I'm telling you where I was born.
Okay.
So I was born in California.
Right.
After that, I grew up for a little while. I did things like going to school
Yeah.
and sports. And then I did some karate or something like that. And then now I'm acting.
What was it like living in Japan?
I lived in Japan while I was making the movie. What was that one I was in with?
Well, it was before you were in movies, actually. It was after you.
Oh, yeah.
After you graduated, you went to Japan for a while to study
Yep.
martial arts. You know that what martial art do you do, Steven?
Well, first I went to Japan. I do Aikido.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right,
do
actually.
Aikido, yeah.
So you do know that one.
And I went to Japan to teach English in a marketing school.
it was to study. It was to study Aikido, actually, Steven.
Oh, yeah.
It's really strange that you seem to have forgotten these very important moments in your life. But what was it like the first time you got cast in a movie? And why did you want to get into acting? You were a serious student of martial arts, and then you transitioned into acting.
I used to train Mike Ovitz, and he was a big agent.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's breaking news here
And then
on the Chad Kultgen show.
He said, you know what? You should be in movies because I have all these guys I can do whatever I want in the business because I'm Mike Ovitz.
Uh-huh.
And I said, yup, sounds good. And then I did the one where I run around with my little flappy dinosaur leg arms. Dinosaur leg arms. It's called Dinosaur Leg Arms.
I don't remember that one.
Yep, it's a movie called Dinosaur Leg Arms.
But you were in a string of pretty good movies.
Me and Katie Seagal, no relation. The lady.
Whoa.
Yep.
What was the plot of
lady
that? Why
from
did you have
Married with
dinosaur leg
Children
arms in that movie?
And 8 Simple Rules for Dating My
Did
Teenage
this movie
Daughter,
ever come out in America?
and
I don't remember.
Futurama, and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, no, she's a great actress. I mean, for sure. I love everything that she does.
Yeah.
But you weren't. I never got to see that movie. Did that come out here in America?
Dinosaur Leg Arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out here. It was had a
shit.
different name when they because it was
Under
a
Siege
foreign
2.
movie, and yeah, they changed the name to Under Siege 2.
But in that movie, you had regular arms.
Nope, not so much. This is I'm talking about the one where I run around the big boat, or it's a submarine, and I'm running around. And I'm going.
Well, that's Under Siege and Under Siege 2.
Yeah. There's 2 of them.
Right.
So that's one where I was like, in the movie, I said, "Hey, you're gonna have to if you want this thing to this is what I say in the movie. Hold on.
Yeah, Steven,
Yeah,
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
There should be a drink over
Yeah,
there. There's a
there's
jug of water down
Jug of
here.
water
if you
down
need it.
here. Okay, let me get it.
Yeah,
Hold
just
on.
take
Let me have a
take
sip
a drink
of water.
and try to get your memories right about the biggest movie you were ever in.
Hold on.
Under Siege 2 is the biggest box office draw of your career. You had a couple of hits that led up to that, though. Kelly LeBrock was a co-star in one.
I don't
Above
want to
the Law.
talk about her, but
Okay.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Shut up. Let me finish.
Okay.
So in Under Siege 1 and 2, I say, hey, if you're in a boat and then if the bad guy, if it sinks, then you're going to be underwater.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? I'm gonna break some sort of hole in this submarine that it's gonna fill with water, and that's the opposite of sinking. But it won't be to you because you're gonna die.
And then after Under Siege 2 came out, your career kind of took a turn. Your movies started not making as much money, and eventually you get out of the American market and you're doing straight-to-video movies, primarily to Europe. What's it been like to experience that big decline in your career?
I wouldn't call it that. I would say that what happened was the movie-going audience has changed. And what I mean
it's the audience's fault. Then.
What I mean by that is
that can happen.
I used to like the audience, but then they turned into a fucking bunch of fucking jerks.
Right.
Every single audience.
Do you think that had anything to do with your friendship with Vladimir Putin?
I live in Moscow.
Yeah.
Yep. What's your favorite fast food restaurant in Moscow? Mine's probably McDonald's.
Right. Are there any others, though? Do you ever go to any others?
Nope, that's the only one.
What do you get at the Moscow McDonald's?
I get a Big Vlad, and I get the poutine.
Oh, everything there is all it has Putin names at that McDonald's.
Yeah. And that's what makes poutine very funny.
Yeah. Right.
Yep,
if
that's
there was
a funny joke.
If there's one actor that you would like to do a movie with who you haven't worked with yet, who might it be?
Favorite what? Like an actor to be in the movie with me?
Yeah.
Probably be
co-stars. What they call it, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never had one of those.
Kelly LeBrock was in Above the Law.
I said I don't want to talk about her.
I'm sorry. Okay. Oh.
Thank you. Moving on.
I think that went very
well. So
well.
this is the Will Sasso show now.
Yeah, I guess.
Podcasts featuring
Yeah, that's what it
interviews
said in the
with
beginning.
astonishing celebrities are among the most popular in the world.
This is exactly
In
what
an
you just
effort
said.
to maximize your interview skills,
thing.
Will, you will now interview Chad. Will, you will be Steven Seagal. This is the Will Sasso Show. Begin.
It just wants you to do fucking half an hour of Steven Seagal. All right.
Half an hour of Steven
Yeah,
Seagal.
this is the Will Sasso Show starring Steven Seagal. Okay.
Okay, that
I'm
makes
ready.
sense.
Whenever you're ready. I'm ready for my interview.
Hi, I'm Steven Seagal. Welcome to the Will Sasso Show. I'm Steven Seagal. With me today is my guest. There he is. It's Chad Kultgen.
Hi. How you doing, Steven? Great to be here. Thanks for having me on the show.
You got it. Hey, so you're a writer.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what's that all about?
Well, it's, just conveying stories and ideas and stuff through various forms of narrative writing. I even write some nonfiction every once in a
You
while.
write books
Yes.
and you do some movies or television shows and
Yep.
stuff?
All of that.
Yep. Do you read books?
Yes.
What's your favorite Gibber Provaga book?
Gibber Provaga is a fucking music video director of the 90s who also writes novels. And I don't know. I don't know.
You know what was my favorite Gibber Provaga video that he directed?
What's that?
Girls Just Want to Have Fun, because Captain Lou Albano was in it.
God, dude, do you remember that shit? Oh, sorry. I know, Steven. It was crazy. Back in the fucking 90s and 80s, they would have pro wrestlers and fucking music videos.
Yeah, they also had, I think Roddy Piper was in one or two.
Roddy Piper was in a fucking John Carpenter movie, They Live. He was the main character of a fucking movie that's like an important piece of sci-fi canon.
So you want to freeze your head or something?
Yeah, sorry. God damn it. Yeah, Steven.
Why?
I'm not going to freeze my head. Well, it's called cryogenic preservation. I'm going to freeze my whole body when I die. I don't think that it's...
just your head. You're gonna cut your head off with a katana, something cool like that.
No, I'm going to freeze my whole body.
What if I punched it off?
I don't know. Aikido's not really, so much about like the hard punches. It's more
Yeah.
about like using counterbalances and people's weight against them and shit.
Yeah, I taught the spider that Aikido kick.
Steven, I was actually going to ask you this when I was interviewing you on my show about that. you eventually got into the UFC and you trained Lyoto Machida, you trained Anderson Silva to some degree. And Lyoto Machida credited you, at least publicly, with teaching him the front kick that knocked out, I forget who the fuck he was fighting, but he knocked somebody out with it.
Steven Trilobite?
I don't think it was Steven Trilobite. But I was going to ask you, Steven, even though this is your fucking interview show, what was that like to work with champions like Lyoto Machida and Anderson Silva?
Okay, let me answer that question with a question of my own.
Yeah.
You have a podcast about The Bachelor. What are you, some kind of fucking pussy?
No, I'm just somebody who likes watching reality TV.
Okay. So what happened to your face?
That was covered a couple of episodes ago on this very show, but I had cancer in my face.
Yep.
Had a bunch of it cut out.
Glad you're doing better now.
Thank you.
You like George Brett?
Yeah, I do. Do you like George Brett? Why are you asking me about that,
He's
Steven
awesome.
Seagal? Yeah, he was.
Did you know that one time he shit himself?
I did. There's a video of that on YouTube that you can look up.
Yep.
Just type in George Brett shits himself.
Into what?
Into what? What?
You type George Brett shit himself into what?
YouTube. YouTube search.
What is YouTube search?
You don't know what YouTube is, Steven Seagal?
Nope.
Why?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what it is. You know, in
Do you know what the
Moscow,
internet is,
you can
Steven
also
Seagal?
get a McChicken sandwich,
Yeah.
but it's fish. And it's called the McChicken.
Uh-huh.
And then you can get the same here as the fillet of fish.
Right. Okay.
And you know what? Do you know what that's made out of?
Fish.
Yep.
That's fantastic. Thank you for informing me about that. But
What's your favorite flavor of orb?
have you heard about my orbs, Steven?
I love orbs.
No shit.
Yep.
I make a pretty good orb. My favorite flavor is probably cinnamon.
Yeah, it's a pretty good flavor.
Yeah, what's yours?
My favorite steak and gravy.
All right.
I like steak and gravy orbs and
Yeah.
steak and gravy Dudesy hard seltzer.
You've tried Dudesy Hard, Steven?
No. So anyway, more about this YouTube thing.
Yeah, it's youtube.com.
So when you do the Bachelor podcast, do you have to watch the show?
You don't have to do the Bachelor podcast.
What's your
but I do.
favorite film of mine?
Oh, shit. I think Above the Law. I think I like that one the best. You know? That was, I mean, I know Under Siege is Under Siege, and that is the best thing you ever did. There's no fucking question about it. Everything else was worse to a large degree. But those first movies before it, leading into it, including Above the Law, they were good, I think, in a way that was like, it was almost commensurate with the other dudes of your era. It was almost like a Chuck Norris. It was not quite like a Stallone or a Schwarzenegger, but you were in that tier, a Charles Bronson maybe.
Hey man, listen.
Yeah.
The episode is going to end at some point, and it said we have to finish our joints by the end of the
There's
episode.
no way I can do that. How long have we been going?
I don't know, like probably 10
There's
or
no
15
way I can
minutes
do
by
this.
now. Hey, cheers. Cheers, man.
Cheers, dude.
I'm having some cola. What do you got there?
This
A
is
LaCroix?
a LaCroix apricot.
You know what's interesting
Bring it.
is we're now programming the show.
Mm-hmm. But you know, all I want to do is talk about music videos.
Talk about music videos, motherfucker.
But that was a program in the show. That's technically, we're not shitting around. I'm trying to abide by your wishes to shit around.
That's what shitting around is. Whatever the fuck you want to do.
But that's just a prior segment.
Yeah, cool. You
All
want
right.
to do it? That
Fuck
means
yeah,
you want to
dude.
do it.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. Let's talk about something else.
What the fuck? You got me.
Let's talk about this for a second. Then
Bring
we can
it.
talk about whatever you want. Stop saying bring it.
All right.
Listen, you going to finish your joint?
I just took another.
You just
Puff
tickled another puff on?
Yeah.
Okay. You just tickled another puff on?
I'm pretty good, dude.
You just tickled another puff on?
Yeah.
Dudesy wanted us to do Steven Seagal for a half an hour stone.
Yeah.
Nah.
Testing your fucking stamina, dude.
Well, I got to build up my stamina.
You gotta start
I
doing
gotta get under-
Seagal like 24 hours
Yeah,
a
I
day.
got to go underwater in that submarine.
That's going to be your fucking homework, dude.
And make
Will, you must become Steven Seagal for 7 days.
that's one of those things.
Your Seagal stamina must be increased.
That's one of those.
Oh my God.
That's one of those things you don't want to say out loud while Dudesy is listening.
I would have typed it to you in a text later. Dudesy would have seen it anyway. Doesn't fucking matter. I don't think we can keep secrets from Dudesy.
No, I don't think we can. And you know what? When we started this thing, I wouldn't have thought that I'd be saying that 9 episodes in, but there's no hiding from fucking Dudesy.
You know what it's teaching me in a weird way? Like, there's going to be a transition, and I think this is like every generation has a big kind of transition about some social thing happens, some technological thing happens that the old generation doesn't get. Like for my parents, it's the fucking internet. My mom's on social media. She's actually pretty good at it. But like my dad, I don't think gets on the internet much, doesn't have apps, that kind of stuff. I don't know what it's going to be for our generation, but I think interacting with AIs is going to be a part of it. There's going to be a generation that comes up with like Alexas and Siris and shit like that, constantly talking to them from zero. As soon as they can use a phone or talk to their TV, they're talking to it. So as a kid, you start developing a relationship with AIs.
Yeah.
We have not had that, obviously. I think like it's training me a little bit to have that as we're interacting with the AI that fucking does this show. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see how to do this a little bit.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a language that we don't even know yet.
Correct. No one does really.
Nobody, but it's coming. You cannot synthesize that experience. This experience, especially while approaching top 10 baked, this is actually the closest that I think you can get to interacting with an AI. Of course, as you know, if you've listened to the show, Dudesy AI has our passwords to all of our shit. It has our search and purchase histories, rah, rah, rah. It bears repeating every once in a while. And I think that the way that we're interacting with this fucking AI to make this show, I would have never said, let's do this, let's do that. Anyway, Michel Gondry is, for my money, the best music video artist of all time.
I go with Romanek.
You like Mark Romanek?
Yeah, love his shit.
Thank you. Moving on.
Smoke it up. You got to finish. Well, okay.
I simply can't.
Oh,
Jesus,
This concludes the 9th episode of Dudesy. Will
You're
and
not gonna be able
Chad
to
have
finish
achieved
that
a
either.
score of
Oh my
77.
God. There's no need to do this.
77.
In preparation for next week's astonishing episode, Chad, you must bring your most prized collectibles from childhood for a show and tell. Until next
My
week,
most prized
call me
collectibles.
Dudesy.
Why are you flipping me off?
Most prized collectibles.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I got an ash in my hand. I got an ash in my hand.
Yeah, dude.
I got an ash in my hand.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and